On ride sharing and a roadblock again here in upstate New York. Last night we heard from NCAA fans wondering why Uber was nowhere to be found.
You guys in Buffalo don't have Uber? What's wrong with you? Catch up with the times, boys. We got to get after this. I mean, what the heck? We're standing here in the freezing cold, freezing my shamrocks off.
And tonight, the service apparently stalling yet again. But one lawmaker telling us it is not the end of the road.
Our own Paula Suro picks up the story from here.
March is madness on the court. And here in Buffalo, it can be madness on the streets.
I tried. They don't have them in the city. They don't have them in the city.
Where's Uber?
And having no ride sharing in upstate New York is uber bad in the eyes of many coming from out of town for the NCAA tournament.
You guys in Buffalo don't have Uber? What's wrong with you? Catch up with the times, boys.
That's what State Senator Chris Jacobs says he's trying to do, bringing these services upstate.
The biggest city without ride sharing, the only NFL city without ride sharing. It's a real embarrassment. So that's unacceptable in that sense.
But now a potential setback. While the Senate supports bringing these services to the area, it was left out of the Assembly's one House budget.
In the Senate, we put ride sharing as a priority within our budget. We were very disappointed that last week the Assembly did not. It removed it out of the budget, meaning that it's really not a priority in this budget process.
He's not the only state legislator working to get Uber and Lyft in the palm of your hand. Assemblywoman Crystal Peoples-Stokes says what's holding this process back are talks about insurance coverage and the safety for those behind the wheel and in the cars.
We have some desire to protect the needs, to protect the safety of the citizens who use Uber. How are they going to be covered if something happens to them? All those things need to be worked out. And so as soon as we work it out, we can get it done.
Senator Jacobs says there's still hope, especially if ride sharing is included in the state budget, which will be released in 2 weeks. But if it's not,
if that fails, then we have the budget process to go through June to get it in a separate piece of legislation. That's going to be harder, but we'll still try.
Senator Jacobs says he will be working hard these next 2 weeks to get ride sharing in the state budget, a reason why he's holding a news conference on this service Saturday morning outside of KeyBank Center. Live in the studio, Paula Suro, 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Paula.